All right, good morning. Welcome. 25th of January 2022, 10 a.m. And yeah, new day has come. Day 2. So, let's start with Buffett indicator. I yesterday was talking a little bit about it, but I realized I didn't introduce you to it, so I will actually do separate video for beginners where I will talk about Buffett indicator, and I will do extra. The first video will be probably on Tradingview and how to work with it, but today let's talk a little bit about Buffett indicator. So just to give you understanding, you probably heard the name Warren Buffett. It's this guy, Warren Buffett, probably the most famous person of all times. Like, he is investing his whole life and he's basically guru of all investors. He has a very interesting lifetime model, let's say, and some people put their heads together and created the Buffett indicator, which is really useful for these times because you can a little bit predict, let's say, what is coming in the near future. So yeah, if you would like to be very careful, basically what this Buffett indicator says is the valuation of market related to GDP. Yeah, so it takes US market, you can see it here actually. Oh my god, 40 trillion, what the hell? And then yeah, annualized GDP, so that's per year, divided 202. Yeah, quite easy mathematics. But it's very good for these times because you see that we have the highest valuation in the history. Here that was Corona dump in 2020, and now you see that we got a correction a little bit. What is not clear, of course, it's never clear what will be the ceiling here. Will it be 200? Will it be 250? Will it be 1000? Nobody knows that, and that's the tricky part. The thing is that Warren Buffett is basically selling here, buying on way down, selling here, buying on way down, and yeah, he's probably selling in cash mostly now, right? He's waiting for opportunities, basically, as he said. I think I read the article yesterday where he said that they are now just waiting for opportunity to buy. And when you check the current valuation of some companies, yeah, it's quite stunning how much they drop. So let's say Tesla, that's 1240 was the high and 8050 was the low. So that's basically, if you buy now, it's cheaper, 31%, 32% only on Tesla, and Tesla was not the biggest. Netflix was really impacted. Look at this. This is Netflix. 50%, almost 49% down. So I'm buying Netflix actually now. I bought it yesterday and day before. So yeah, Netflix is now heavily undervalued. Basically, his value is from 2020. So that's just crazy opportunity, to be honest. The question is if we are in the bear market overall, if this is the only correction. I think this is only correction. So now we see that people are starting to buy. We will see next days. So yeah, I wanted to just briefly say something about Buffett indicator. It can help you a lot in navigation where we are in the overall market cycle. So you can see that market is very much overvalued now, and we are basically waiting for a huge dump. And a huge dump would be something like here, like the one you saw now was nothing. That was like poof. The dump which we are expecting is at least here, and the best would be, of course, here that we will retest that trend line. But let's see how we will go. Now We didn't see that correction, luckily for all of us, but yeah, it's visible that it's coming. Yeah, it's visible that it's coming, and honestly, I think the situation now in the market, even if we will not see the biggest dump in last 10 years, it's a big warning sign that something is coming. So take it as a warning sign. Yeah. Actually, when the market will return a little bit to the mean, and start growing again, I will probably cash out. I will probably go all out and then wait 1-2 years until, or maybe more. Nobody knows when the big correction will come, but you know, I will go all in cash very soon once the market recovers a little bit, because now is the worst time to go all in cash because market already dropped. So okay, that was Buffett indicator. Let's switch back to DJI so we can see how economy is doing. Dow Jones Industrial Average is basically industrial average, right? So it's the companies which are producing, and according to that you can see how economy is doing. Economy is doing fine. As you can see, it was not a big dump. The dump was not much from all the high, 10%. That's not a big deal. If you look at the Corona dump, that was a big one. That was 38%. So the big dump would be something like that, but it can still come. I mean, this probably isn't over. That wick doesn't give me still the confidence that it is done. It looks good. It looks good, but we need to wait until end of this week, and we have still only Tuesday. So on Friday we will see if we can recover somewhere here. Then yeah, we need to create a higher high. Then I will be much more calm, let's say, and more bullish. Let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin recovered a little bit, but that's it's kind of a trap, because you can see that we still create lower low here. We are still on the track down. Yeah, if you put it like this, basically turn and bullish pattern ends like this usually. I'm not sure about percentage wise, but it's bullish pattern, so most of the time it goes like this. Yeah, so I should basically do it like that. And the method, if I remember correctly, was that you take it from the top to the bottom. So if we will break now, we should break to 70k. But it's not guaranteed. Yeah, we don't need to. It's a bullish pattern. There is a higher chance that it will break out, but it can also break down, as I said yesterday. Don't be fooled that we are safe now. It's still Tuesday. We have a lot of time until end of the week, and this doesn't look convincing at all. We still have lower lows. We need higher highs, so we need this week to get above this one, and better to above this one. And yeah, here is the main support, so we need to basically break this resistance. It was support. Now when it break under it, it creates it's changed to resistance. So now we need to break it from the bottom to top. When you break it from top to bottom, it's called support. When you're breaking it from bottom to top, it's called resistance. It's a good news that we are still here above 29k. If we would break 31 to 29k, which will be the main support area. Yeah, here, so somewhere around here, I would say. Yeah, here maybe. It's between 31 29. Yeah, it can go here and then break it off. Yesterday I actually did a mistake, and I told you that last bull market it was 14k. It wasn't. Last bull market we of course reached 20k. I even have there the support here, and this is the last all-time high. This is also possible that the market can retest it before breaking off. That will be super dangerous, but it can happen. Yeah, so this will be the last instance before completely capitulation of the market. That will be the black scenario. So ignore my message, please. Yesterday I said that the last bull market the high was 14,000. That was not true. We all know that it was 20k here. It was 2017. Was the very famous, and then basically it took Bitcoin 23rd of November 20, and it was December. 3 years. It basically took Bitcoin 3 years until it break next all-time high. So if you bought here somewhere, you would need to hold now for quite a long time, yeah, if it will not break off and just go to the moon, which is now, you know, the lower we go, the less probability going to moon there is, and the longer we stay under 21 weekly EMA, which I didn't spoke about yet, but I will in the next video. I will explain all the terms in Tradingview, and I will release the video today, so I will explain all of this. But for now, trust me, the 21 weekly EMA is a very crucial indicator that this is not good. This is not looking good for bulls at all. The longer we stay here, the more dangerous the situation is, the more pressure will be to push price down, more pressure to go under the supports, and more pressure on bulls. And as you can see, the bulls are not pressuring anything. We have all the red selling wicks. Here we have some bulls starting to buying finally. After more than a month, the bulls are starting to be interested, and I think the bulls will start really be interested here, and 29,000 in the big support lines. They will start breaking it off a little bit, but we need to wait. Yeah, now it's kind of, I will cut that off anyway. So just to summarize it, this is falling wedge. The falling wedge is a bullish pattern. Bullish pattern means that we should go like this. It's not guaranteed, but there is a higher chance. And the more we are coming to that end of it, the more pressure it is to break it off. But there is another pressure, and this is that we are a long time under 21 weekly EMA. The Bitcoin is now heavily undervalued. It can break off, touch the 21 weekly EMA and go back. Yeah, so please be very cautious about that moment when Bitcoin will touch it. We will see, but I will highly recommend once it comes to the 21 weekly EMA, you don't want to buy here. Yeah, you can buy here, then you can maybe sell here or wait on the breaking point. But yeah, it's now a very difficult situation because there is a lot of pressure on selling, a lot of pressure. I don't see bulls coming in yet. It's not convincing at all. When we will see weeks like this, like this, like this, that there is a no bottom, basically this is what will convince me, but this is not. Yeah, this week needs to go above this. We need to break this structure, then we can fly away, but until then I'm not seeing anything going up. That's Bitcoin. Let's go back to my model in Ethereum. Very similar structure. The interesting thing about this is not falling wedge as in Bitcoin. You can see that Bitcoin has clear trend. Ethereum doesn't seem to be that way. Ethereum has that weird triangle structure. I try to write, but we break it off. We need to go above this and back to the structure. Once we break 3,000, I'm sure we will go at least here, at least to 3.5k. So you can buy now a little bit and wait if we will go back into the structure. If we will not, just be careful and don't add to your positions anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a recovery yet. Could be, but it doesn't seem that way. We can still go down. You can see that the selling pressure is still there. If we go to daily, No, in Ethereum it's not visible at all. The bears are in control. Everyone is selling Ethereum. It's not looking good at all for Ethereum. Bitcoin was looking a little bit better on daily frame, but Ethereum not. I don't see any bulls coming to the market. I suppose they are waiting for this opportunity, so we are still so much 30% basically from the huge support line, and I suppose bulls are waiting here to step to the market. So let's wait. So we are not seeing in Ethereum anyone stepping into the market. It will go down for sure. This is just a minor step over. You can see the volumes are pretty much stable. So yeah, Ethereum to me pretty clear. We are going down. We will probably retest this support till the end of this week or the end of the next week, and let's see if the bulls will step in. If the big money will go here, if not, we will completely break the structure and go just down, test probably previous all-time high, which is 1,300, 400, and then that's just yeah, that will be just huge opportunity for you to buy. But yeah, as I told you yesterday, it's kind of dark times. Let's see how situation in Ukraine versus Russia versus NATO versus China, and big conflict is rising, and that conflict can basically send all stocks and Bitcoin and Ethereum to the hell. I mean to the hell, like here. Yeah, it can go back to sub 2k, sub 1k. Yeah, so the conflict now is a huge thing. It's the biggest threat in the world, and yeah, nobody wants the war, right? So yeah, Ethereum for sure bearish. Possible retest of this one in next 2 weeks of this support. If we retest it, we can fly away from it. If situation in Ukraine will be calmer and United States will find a common ground with Russia and China. No, it doesn't seem that way at all, you know. So yeah, political situation influences all of this, of course, because Bitcoin, you need to understand that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not as gold. Gold is the safe island in terms of instability, but Bitcoin and Ethereum didn't prove that way. Bitcoin and Ethereum behaves exactly as all the indexes, so it drops when the stock drops. That's basically it. Never was different. And there are money flowing between the markets, so we have basically crypto market, and we have traditional DeFi market, which are Tesla, Amazon, and pharmaceutical companies, all other stocks, Czech stocks, for example, American stocks, Japanese stocks, whatever you want. And then we have the bonds. The state bonds are now growing higher, which is a dangerous sign for stocks always, because then the money flows from the stocks. People stop investing into stocks because they are falling, and they invest into something which is growing, which is gold, diamonds, art, this kind of values. Yeah. And of course very traditional companies like McDonald's, Coca-Cola, American banks, big ones, Bank of America, So yeah, money flies a little bit now away from Bitcoin, from Ethereum. That's why it doesn't take much pressure to push prices down. That's also one of the reasons. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that will be all for this video. I will record a second video where I will try to guide you through Tradingview, because I understand it can be hard to understand some terms I used. So I will record a second video today and upload it after that, and guide you a little bit through the Tradingview only through graphs. We will not do Buffett indicator yet. I will do it a little bit later, and DJI and stock patterns. But let's focus on graphs, and maybe I will do stock patterns. So yeah, see you in another video. But yeah, that will be it for today. Just to summarize it for you, we were talking about Buffett indicator, which shows you the valuation of the market, in what cycle we are actually now, where we are. So historical cycles are always expansion, and then like a depression, or this is long depression, but when it's like this, That's only how is it called in English? Correction, let's say. Yeah, I don't know I can remember exact term, sorry, but yeah, this is just a correction. This is just this was Corona. This was a financial crisis actually. This was crisis. This was correction, and this was dot-com bubble in 2000, I think. So a big correction here also. So this is expansion. This is correction. Expansion, correction, expansion, correction, expansion. Yeah, depression is this one. Depression lasts for many decades, and we didn't see the depression yet, luckily. So that was Buffett indicator. Then we analyzed a little bit of Bitcoin. Just to summarize it, falling wedge. We expect falling wedge to break off, but there are contrary signs. We don't see any buying volume yet. We don't see enough. We don't see enough pressure for bears to bulls to control the market. So for me, still downtrend, possibly test 28K. Ethereum, in my opinion, worse scenario than Bitcoin. There is no falling wedge. There is that weird triangle, like invert falling wedge, let's say. And we break the structure. There is no volume for bulls at all. We are going down, and yeah, I expect this one to test at least this week or next week. That's it for today. Thank you very much. See you in next video.